Vámonos. Take it away.
Take it away. Hi, Johnny.
Oh,
right?
Johnny back in the day. Yeah, local
in the valley.
Host showman.
Yeah, Johnny
Johnny
Canales.
Canales.
Take it away.
Take it away.
Welcome back to the Heart My Money podcast, where we go dive into Perla's brain on how this 36-year-old became the multi.
Ay, not that many multis. Calm down.
Ándale,
ándale.
Millionaire that she is. And how not just, it's not a, look, it takes a lot of mental strength. It takes a lot of commitment. It takes a lot of discipline. It takes a lot of heart. It takes a lot of so many things for you to be able to reach those heights. That's why it's like 1%, less than 1% of the entire world ever reached. Do you ever sit and like think about that? Like you are the point something percent of the world.
I don't think about that.
I know, because you're not in your head about it. But what I love is that you're not in your head about it, but you do feel the responsibility of teaching the world that they can do it too.
I want everybody to enjoy that.
You want everybody to have it.
It's a peace, freedom, and empowerment, and it feels so good.
It feels so good.
But
it starts in the heart and head.
You always have to be walking the line, right? And you have to be able to have mental strength to play the risk, to play the game, to know that you win, but you also sometimes lose. So it's not just, I want to do that. No. Like there's
a lot.
It's a buffet of things that you have to take a little bit of to get to that, right?
Yeah.
So I've been taking risks.
To maintain.
I've been taking risks my whole life. Mm-hmm. I'm a risk taker. And a priest, a local priest from here, from McAllen, his name is Father Ed Atangana. About 6-7 years ago, we were talking about divorce counseling because I was going through a divorce. And we were talking about a story, and he told me that he has a doctorate degree in human sciences, right?
Okay.
He has a doctorate degree, plus he's a priest, and they do like a doctorate of religion and all that stuff, right? So extremely smart. But he says that based on studies of what he knows, I have the profile of a person that doesn't have the chip of fear.
Yeah.
So I go balls to the wall. I do what I love. I don't stop for nobody or nothing unless it's going to affect me. Of course, I have my limitations and my boundaries.
But not based on fear, but based on intelligence.
Yeah, like I take calculated risks, right? But I take a risk. And I don't doubt myself because I take full responsibility that whatever ingredients I need to make it happen, if they're in my possibility, I'm going to do them. Yeah. I'm going to do the job. I'm going to pay the price. And if I lose, I lose.
Yeah.
It's not going to make me or break me.
Yeah.
You understand what I mean? And if I lose, it actually makes me because I learn a lesson and I learn something that I didn't know.
And so, learn how to do it better.
Yes. And all that is compiled of your mental strength. Of what's the power of your brain. And your brain is powerful, and it's endlessly a bucket of power, wisdom, success, knowledge.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and mental strength in everything that you said, there's also the other aspect of it. You also don't blame anybody when shit goes south.
I take responsibility. I assume responsibility all the time.
You assume that you always reflect on like, okay, this isn't working out or something is amiss here. I'm gonna take the time to dive in deep to see what am I possibly doing wrong.
Correct.
That is part of mental strength that I think that more people, if they understood that you have to look within first, no matter what others are responsible for around you.
You have abundant resources to do enough of what you want to do. Everything that everybody else can help you do and decipher and know and understand, and that's just like extra icing on the cake. Mm-hmm. But you are an abundance of resources and knowledge, because whatever you don't know, you can learn it. And
even by falling on your face.
Thanks, yes, and thanks to the creators of the internet, everything is on the internet. So
everything,
whatever you don't know, you learn it.
It's super true. But there are little details, I think, that in mental strength that sometimes I think people overlook that will hinder you from the type of success that you have. And I think that, it's really important on the mental strength about like what you feed your mind. The one thing that pops into my head is like gossip. Like, well, that's just caca coming into your head, and that isn't going to get you to your level of success.
No.
Like, how do you feel about that? Like, how have you always handled stuff like that?
Gossip takes mental clarity. It takes up space. So it's like you have 1,000 energies a day, and you every 24 hours you have 1,000 energies, positive energies.
Okay.
So every time you do something negative, you deplete energies. So gossip, let's say it costs 50 energies, and then an argument with your husband costs 100 energies, because there's things that happen in the day. So if you deplete the energies, then you don't have space to continue building. So the goal is to maintain at your 1,000 energies, like protecting yourself
and generating energy,
so you stay there. So you've got to, because let's say that you ate, you lost 20 energies. Okay, now you gotta keep joyous, keep happy, and increase the 20 energies, right? So you're constantly playing the chess game with the energies. That's how I see it. So if I'm gonna take a call with some drama, of some nasty, juicy drama, that's going to take my energies. Do I want to listen to it, or do I not want to listen to it? By now, I don't go through situations like that because people don't call me with dramas. When people are going to call me with a drama, it's because they're looking for a solution. Because they already know,
It's
Perla, le dices algo, she's going to call the person, she's going to fix it, we're going to have an action, and you all are going to come to terms. Or if the shit's about me, well, no, that doesn't happen. Because if I hear like a comment like, oh, this person said this about you, oh, okay, that's their opinion.
Yeah.
It doesn't make me, it doesn't break me, it doesn't feed me, it doesn't affect me. I don't give a fuck.
Right.
Because it's valid.
Yeah.
If they see that about Perla, that's their opinion.
That's on
I
them.
need to respect people's opinion.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And
you're not here to like convince them of something.
No, like the other day I was, I posted a video, right? I have like a little troll on social media.
You do?
Yeah, one. But she's a funny, cute troll.
Okay.
And I was singing to my little girl, a la ruru niña, a la ruru ya. And then I put, nadie te duerme mejor que tu mamá. And then she's like, ja, 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 pero no se duerme porque cantas bien feo. And I said, canto bien feo, pero le echo chingo de ganas. You know, like that's me, but we laugh. And then she's like, I'll post food and she's like, vas a engordar mucho, ya apacíguate, like estás comiendo mucho gorda, like that, right? But it's okay. It's a lady that I know her. She's from Houston. But it's okay. Like, a mí eso no me quita el sueño. Qué padre, ¿me entiendes? Y luego a mi papá, porque mi papá me crió con dichos. My dad raised me with like dichos, like ones. Mexican manly dichos, right? Y si mi papá decía, mientras que los perros ladren, es señal que vas avanzando. Entonces, ¿qué quiere decir eso? Es, as long as the dogs bark, it's a sign that you're pushing forward.
Yes.
So I like dogs to bark, positive or negative. It's all right. Yeah. It's a sign of we're moving forward.
Share with comments with me or whatever, especially like things you think I can do better.
Yeah,
like,
the bad ones.
Tell me everything, all the bad ones. Like, and I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Because that for you, you're like, okay, I want to see that perspective, because what can I do better? And if your perspective is just like, yeah, that came from just a mean place, you're like, that's on you.
That's a person's opinion.
Mental strength.
So it's mental strength.
That's your mental strength, not to get distracted by other people's insecurities, because you're on a mission.
Yeah,
you have a goal to
mission.
reach. You have responsibilities to meet. Those responsibilities have to do with people that depend on you, that feed their family.
1,000%.
And you take that to a whole other level.
I have a huge responsibility.
You have a huge responsibility.
We have a lot of families that depend on us. It's not only my family, my immediate family, but the families of the people that work for me.
Yes.
And there are colleagues, and I need them to be successful, and I need them to be triumphant, so that the entire business is triumphant, and we can supply our demand, and we can come through and forward with our payment of loans, our commitments, our financial commitments, right?
Yeah.
And that's how you keep growing. But it's about having that mental strength. En qué te ganchas y en qué no te ganchas.
Yeah.
O sea, entre más te ganches en pendejadas,
and what's coming out of your mouth,
vas a gastar tu tiempo. Y cada vez que gastas tu tiempo, tienes menos tiempo de enfocarte en lo que realmente importa. Yep. So, imagínate esto. Si tú pones atención a todo lo que dice la gente, si pones atención a tus miedos, si le pones atención a tus dudas, si le pones atención a tus inhabilidades, a lo que no sabes hacer, ¿verdad?
Instead of focused on what you can do, what you're great at.
Esas 4 cosas, mira, se te va a ir la vida.
Judgment,
doubt,
what other people are doing and saying,
doubt, and your the resources you don't have, like the skills that you don't know.
What you can't do.
Yeah. So like when I have an employee and I need them to do something and they don't know how to do it. I need to know if they know how to do it or not, because why are we gonna waste our time?
Yeah. I want to focus on your positives. I want to focus on
what can you do that I can't do that's gonna propel me to the next level, right? It's the same thing on yourself. Yeah. So if you lose your time in people's judgment, in people's opinions, in your doubts, in your fears, and your unknown skills, like you're trying to put all your bet on your unknown skills that you're gonna learn, like do learn a guitar lesson if you don't know how to play guitar. Do learn a skill that you don't know how to do, but that's your hobby. And you don't make it a part of your skills until you've honed the skill. You understand what I mean? So I meet a lot of people that are very dreamy, like, oh, I want to learn art. Well, let me see your art skills. And
I want to learn art and I want to get paid for it.
Sí,
you're like,
no mames.
Oof.
O sea,
if you suck, like
está bien cabrón. No, nadie te va a reconocer como Picasso con tus ahí your nasty painting. Not Picasso. Picasso's it's a little messy, but Picasso's billions of dollars, millions of dollars, or like Botero.
I love him.
O sea, but Botero, his infatuation with the chubby people. OMG, like the big booty.
I don't know. Okay, we're getting off tangent, but I'm so obsessed.
But we're getting off tangent. But the thing is that focus on what you know how to do, that it's gonna work out. Don't focus on what you don't know and you think it's gonna work out. Until you know that it's a good skill for you, then put all your bets on it.
Now, if it's a necessary skill,
in the meantime, go with what you know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's how you propel people, is focusing on the skills that they have that are going to elevate the
big picture.
The big picture, right?
1000%.
Not like focused on what, okay, move on. And that's mental strength. Like having the mental strength not to win, it's not about that. It's having the mental strength to see a big picture, having the mental strength to focus on people's positives, having the mental strength not to get distracted by the crap.
Because life is a bunch of distractions.
There's so much distraction.
Life is distractions.
And it absolutely can happen super fast.
Life is full of distractions, and it's about what you're going to do to keep focused, to maintain discipline, to have resilience. When you fall, you get back up. What is your goal? What is your game plan? Nurture your positive energies and protect yourself.
Absolutely.
Period. The end. That's your mental strength, and that's what you should be a soldier of. Like, you got to be on guard 24/7. Don't let anybody mess with your mental strength.
The other thing, and I have you, so I get to like, how does a human get to this type of success? And so like when I think of you, I'll never forget. It was like, I guess one of the first times that like we were working together, and we were traveling, and you were like, oh no, I don't drink. And I was like, you don't like drink at all?
No.
And you're like, no.
No, when I used to drink was when I was lost in my depression of my emotional turmoil. So I would drink to forget and turn off my mind. So then I said, oh, that's why people drink.
That's why people
to turn off the mind, because you're so embarrassed of yourself.
Drunk, right? Like, then why would you like drink?
But right now, a little bit, a little social.
How do you get to
but
your
you
level
drink
of success?
Yeah, no, you need to be 100 in your mind. You can't, like...
That day that you said that, I was like, wait. Like, one, if I enjoy a glass of wine, yes, awesome. I'm not saying no, but I don't ever want, like, that you just lost all that time.
But your mind is so powerful. Why do you want to make it like cuckoo? Like, think about it. You want to debilitate your taste. You want to debilitate your smell. You want to debilitate your vision. Your vision. You want to debilitate the way you can think. Like, ¿para qué? La gente que hace eso es porque no pueden vivir con ellos mismos. The people that do that is because they can't live within their body.
You don't think that also is like, I just love it. I love alcohol.
Sí, pues les gusta andar pendejos. That's what I say. So les gusta andar tipsy because they can't be with the real of them.
Well, one thing's for sure.
If you use drugs.
If you go across the board with your level of success, people don't drink.
No, you can't.
There's no
you
way
have to be
you can
100.
be at your level of success and drink.
You can't. I can't.
You can't.
I can't afford that. I can't afford to not be 100 and not to be on my A game, watching what's going on around me. I study people constantly. I enjoy humans. I think it's the most fabulous, fascinating thing God has given us on this earth is, wow, people, different colors, different eyes, different noses, different cultures, different beliefs. Like,
Yeah.
One person
It's
is
amazing.
such a like
There's so much to
is
learn.
is a real Google. If you dig in and then you
Yeah.
learn, like, to me it's
Beautiful.
fascinating.
I love
right?
it. I love
So,
studying humans.
Okay, why are you
Why
gonna
do you do what
dumbing
you
down
do?
your senses?
know.
So we have a pandemic of people using antidepressants because of anxiety. So if we don't fix this by 2030, we're going to see a very high increase of people in their 50s plus, in their early 50s to 60s, already encountering Alzheimer's. That's because they have decided, because of anxiety, to take antidepressants, and they're switching off
the brain.
And when they want to turn it back on, it's a little too late. You've had your brain asleep for so long. So kids
I didn't think about it that
that
way.
think that drink right now and that have a little bit of fun, think
That's
about it twice. You're
Yeah.
turning off your brain, and your brain is still evolving until you're 24 years old. And so
God, I drank so much pee.
you will hopefully you've regenerated your cells by now,
I
because
think
you haven't drank for so many years, or you've been healthy for for such a long time.
And I stopped getting drunk for so many years.
The brain is magical. Like, it has restoration powers, right?
Yeah.
Your body has restoration cells.
Yeah.
So if
But I didn't reach your level of success or even like close to it because I was too busy partying.
see,
Like, you
no,
can't
it's
do
a waste
both.
of time.
You can't do both.
That's
like,
a waste
and,
of
and if you
time.
don't want to reach that, that's another
That's
thing. That's
okay.
okay.
That's okay.
But like, you also can't impact the world drunk.
no,
You can't. You can't impact the world sitting and talking about other people. That's not so impacting the world or developing the level of
like
success.
Everything that comes with your mental power is discipline, resilience,
Yeah.
taking care of gossip, taking
What
care of
goes
the people
in?
around you. What are you consuming?
What
What are
goes
you
out?
reading? What are your eyes reading? What are your
Yes.
ears listening to? What are you eating? What are you drinking? Like, all of that.
All of it.
Because all that is going to be the projection of self. So take care of that. Take care of that, especially
Mental strength is so
as
important.
you're preparing. You know, we're already mid-year.
God, no, P.
We're getting
No.
mid-year. So what is 2023 going to be a wrap-up for, right? Like, gotta start
Yeah.
planning and talking about that seriously, because 6 months of 2023 have flown by, and here we are. So take care of your mental strength. It's extremely important. You have the power within to unleash your true potential. It's a matter of how you're nurturing it, how you're servicing it, how you're nurturing it, and how you're securing it.
And at the end of the day, we are in control of ourselves. What we
1000%.
want, what we desire, what we dream of, we can have it. You can visualize it. It can happen. But it takes work. And, you know, I get to see this level of like, wow, it's because it's awe inspiring. It's less than 1% of people, P. It just, you own it.
Thank
FYI, own it. But you put in the work. You are very disciplined about certain things. You stay really like centered. You're like, okay, centered, and that takes a lot of mental strength. It just does.
And
I don't know.
play the
I don't know
games.
a lot of people. My
And I
husband's
play the
like
game.
you. He's just like, okay,
And I
that's
play the
rare.
game, and sometimes I win, and sometimes I lose.
That's the other
And
thing.
it's
You're-
okay.
Yeah.
I'm my
You're
own
like,
judge.
okay, this was meant to happen. I'm gonna see what that reward
And I am
is
my
at the
own
end.
judge. Yes.
I love that.
Amen.
Yeah, and to learn more about this, you guys, like, we can't stress this enough. You have access to P, you have access to Perla, and
Join
all,
the Mana Lounge.
Yes.
The Mana Lounge is a global platform. It's free for women all around the world. It has courses. You have a concierge that you can call and say, "Hey, I need help finding a man." We don't have a dating app. We don't have a dating app
We
yet.
don't have a dating-
but that's a
yet.
good idea. I like that. Like
2025.
Join like hard mind money men and women. I like that. No, but you have a concierge that you can call. You can get help. They have access to me 24/7.
Yeah.
My purpose is to ignite acts of kindness. We want to impact 10 million women in the next 4 years. So our
do it.
cutoff is 2027. So this is 2023. So join us, join our journey, join our adventure, and reach us out on all the social media, thelatinaempire.com. We're growing by the day. Super excited. All our social media platforms. Thank you for the love. Chiquita
you.
babies. Chiquita
Yes,
babies.
thank you for listening to this podcast. Thank you.
Yes.
5-star review would not
Share.
hurt us.
Sí, pónganle
Yes.
review, chicas. No chinguen.
And
Okay.
if you don't like it, tell us too so we can get better.
Yeah, if you don't like it, put thumbs down. No pasa nada.
No pasa nada.
Thank you. Love you. Have a great day wherever you're
Perla's
at.
off to do something
Your,
else.
your casa, you're driving, wherever. Sending you love, chiquita baby.
Thank you, everybody, for listening to Heart, Mind, and Money podcast with Perla, the awesome Perla.
Thank you.
Yes, I want everybody to look into the latinaempire.com, look more into what this whole mission is. Also, on all our social medias is at the Latina Empire, And to connect with Perla, who answers every single comment, message, we'll
anything.
send you a voice message, we'll ask you to send her your WhatsApp. She will answer anything, any problem, any advice. I mean, you're pretty remarkable at that. And you can find Perla on Instagram at Reflexiona
con Perla.
Reflexiona con Perla. But we are all across social media, and Perla is always, every single day, pouring into you through all social platforms at the Latina Empire. And we also have our community at the Mana Lounge that you can find more information at any of the links on any of our social medias. And we would love to have you as one of our manas.
We've got to keep learning.
We got to keep learning. We got to keep healing our heart.
Healing your heart.
Challenging our minds.
Challenging your mind to fill your pockets.
To fill your pockets. Thank you guys for having us.